The Unplugged Alpha is one of the best books specifically made for men. It says it in the name of the book, Unplugged. If you've seen the Matrix movie, you would understand just how perfectly everything around us has been crafted to destroy you, to make you surrender. Think about ancient times. What was the first step in order to win a tribe? Simple. Kill their men or take them as prisoners. Masculinity protects. And that's what the Matrix around you has been designed to do. To take away your masculinity, your role as a protector. As the leader and protector of your tribe, it is your duty, my young brother, to unplug from the Matrix. And that's exactly what you are about to learn. The 5 greatest lessons from the Unplugged Alpha book that every man needs to understand. A quick note, what you are about to hear is in no way so-called politically correct. And in no way is this video meant to make you hate women, but help you understand the painful reality that a handful of women in the modern society can inflict on men. With that said, here are the 5 lessons you must understand. Number 1, understand the female-first social order concept. The first chapter of this book talks about the female-first social order. In the most simple terms, it's about accepting the reality of our modern-day society. All the lies that men have been taught in the modern world. Men are made to believe that women are oppressed. They are victims. They get paid less than men for the same work. And all men are rapists. Although it may hold some truth, that is only in minority. These are generalizations, blown so out of proportion that they are made to only strengthen the made-up narrative of the Matrix. And what's the purpose of this Matrix-made narrative, you may ask? Simple. To flip the virtuous traditional dynamics of a relationship on its head. God made a family where the man is the head of the house. The Matrix, however, is building a society where the males are submissive and females are dominant. This has made men to now be considered the disposable sex in this modern society. In fact, listen to this statement by Hillary Clinton. Women have always been the primary victim of war. Women lose their husbands, their fathers, their sons in combat. Just think about that for a second. A man lost his life, yet the primary victim is his wife? Does that not defy all logic? Perhaps there is a misunderstanding on what the word primary really means. A long time ago, a book was written called The Myth of Male Power. It talks about how the power dynamics in our society are actually the complete opposite of what the feminists protest for. For example, look at these stats. 85% of homeless people in the United States are men. In movies, shows, and comedy sketches, men are portrayed as beta idiots that cannot do anything right. Men get longer prison terms than women, and after divorce, men are usually the ones that are left broke with little access to kids. And that's all just the tip of the iceberg. So the first step, according to this book, is to understand that society is biased. Start by accepting the reality that females will always have the most supporters in today's Matrix by default. Number 2, identify the behavior of women. The second chapter of the book focuses on a very important lesson. To become the alpha male, you must pay attention to a woman's behavior. Remember, her actions never lie. Women tend to break the rules for alphas and make them for betas. Listen to that again. Women will break their rules for the man they are attracted to and will make up rules for the beta. For example, a woman might make a beta man wait for months before getting intimate, whereas she would not even think twice about being intimate with a man she deems as alpha. There's another big topic that the book touches on. Just like the beta can become an alpha, in the same way, the alpha to beta transformation is also possible. This process occurs when men lose control of themselves and their woman dominates them. If you let this happen, things will not go well for you, especially if you have kids. The process of becoming a beta starts as soon as a man allows the woman to give him orders, such as arranging socks properly in the drawer or telling him to stop eating meat because she is vegan. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that you must become a tyrant or the next Kim Jong-un who tries to be the boss in every situation. But don't let your frame as a natural leader be compromised. If you will not stop this process with intention, you will find yourself in the beta zone before you know it. Number 3, be wary of wicked women. According to the book, there are 3 kinds of women in our society. The first woman is the one with daddy issues. Maybe she didn't bond with her father, or she may have had an absent father who did not care to be around often, or maybe her mother had pushed her dad out of her life. These are all big reasons that can make her bitter towards the masculine male figure. She did not have an alpha male in her life from the beginning. How can you expect her to accept a new one in her life all of a sudden? Daddy issues are always tied to borderline personality disorder. According to the book, you will always find a pattern among these types of women. For example, they can go instantly from 0 to 100 and from 100 to 0 real quick. To avoid this, Richard gives a very practical method that you can use to find whether or not she has a daddy issue. And that is to ask about the relationship she has with her parents. The earlier you can get this answer in your relationship, the better. Asking this is important because a woman who talks badly about her father will never value another man. The second type of woman is the one with no money. Richard has seen too many men trying to play the hero. These men willingly go out of their way to help women in difficult financial situations. These women have bad spending habits. They always spend more than what they earn. Richard says that if a woman is not in control of her finances and has piles of heels and bags in addition to excessive debt, there's no point in getting into a long-term relationship with her. Number 4, looks, money, and status are important. The author has openly described some harsh realities of our society in this book. Women will always choose the most attractive men who are successful financially and have some status in life. As vain as it may sound, women biologically crave stability. They want to pass on the best genes to their children, and while at it, they make sure to lock in the resources needed to help their offspring thrive. So, men need to take care of their looks. Being short must not stop you from going to the gym and building your body. He emphasizes the importance of self-care. Richard also talks about how men need to pay attention to their dress sense and hair. Wear clothes that fit you well, and if you're balding, don't hold on to it. Just let it go. And finally, number 5, master and strengthen your self-control. The human body only has a certain amount of energy to spend each day. Everything you do in a single day consumes some of that energy. Richard emphasizes how every man must master self-control. Think about the Mortal Kombat game. At the beginning of a fight, your energy will be at 100%. As you get hit, your energy will keep reducing until it reaches 0, and you will eventually die. So, the only way you can prevent your energy from being drained out within a day is by not caring so much. For example, if your colleague at work makes harsh comments at you, you either call them out, yell at them, fight them, or better yet, ignore them. If you get angry and waste your time on unnecessary issues, your cortisol levels will increase. The more cortisol levels rise, the more prone you are to erectile dysfunction, which is 100% detrimental to your manhood. This is why the greatest way to unplug yourself from the matrix is to master self-control. Self-control is like a muscle that needs to be exercised. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch this video here.